Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into the world of relationship dynamics as seen on the Gottman Relationship blog, where the focus is on avoiding harmful behaviors in communication.
Absolutely, there's so much to unpack here, especially on topics like how turning against your partner's bids can be so damaging.
Right. It's like, um, think about it. Every time one partner reaches out, even in the smallest way, and the other turns against it, it gradually chips away at emotional trust.
Yeah. And then you have those articles discussing the four horsemen, criticism, contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling, which really seem to set the stage for communication breakdown.
Exactly. It's almost like they mapped out a blueprint for what not to do. Those four patterns are warning signals in any conflict discussion, right?
Mhm. True. I often wonder if people really consider these patterns when they're in the heat of the moment. It's so easy to slip into those behaviors without even realizing it.
Absolutely, and the blog really emphasizes being proactive. It's about recognizing these patterns early and then uh, replacing them with healthier communication techniques.
Yeah, that's key. Speaking of replacement, it makes me think about how the Gottman Institute consistently offers strategies to foster connection. They have this neat way of suggesting what to do instead of turning away from bids.
Right. It's like, instead of shutting down with defensiveness, try responding with curiosity or empathy. They give practical examples and even discuss things like
hmm
validating feelings.
And then there are the other helpful topics on the blog, like ghosting and step family success. It feels like the website covers a full spectrum of modern relationship challenges.
It really does. Take ghosting, for instance. The blog tips on how to manage that painful silence and suggests ways to rebuild constructive communication if you've been left on red.
Yeah, exactly. I find it fascinating how they blend research backed insights with everyday applicability. Sometimes, though, I feel like the reliance on traditional models might not fit every modern relationship scenario.
That's a fair point. I mean, while the Gottman method offers solid ground, some nuances, like how technology impacts relationships, may require adaptations. It's like, are the strategies keeping pace with the challenges of social media influence?
Right? Exactly. Especially when they delve into topics like how social media affects teens or even partner interactions. There's a lot of overlap between digital behavior and, well, traditional conflicts.
Totally. And I love that they cover areas like parenting styles and step family dynamics too. It's almost as if they're saying, no matter what your relationship structure is, these principles can help.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a holistic approach. But I do wonder if some of the advice might be a bit too idealistic for relationships already in deep turmoil.
That's a valid critique. While the suggestions are evidence based, actual practice might require more nuanced, individualized intervention. Sometimes simple tips don't capture the full complexity of uh, long standing issues.
Mhm. Exactly. It's not always a one size fits all situation. Yet, having a framework like identifying the four horsemen can definitely serve as a starting point.
Yes, and think about how it empowers couples to self diagnose. Once you recognize the warning signs, you can start replacing harmful tactics with healthier ones. Kind of like checking the engine light on a car so you don't
Yeah,
end up
that's a neat
stranded.
analogy. For sure. I also appreciate how the blog includes various topics relevant to modern relationships, like the challenges of discerning between couples therapy and discernment counseling. It helps people choose the right path when seeking help.
Absolutely. And that ties back to the Gottman Institute's mission of not just offering advice, but also guiding couples to professional resources. It's like a continuum of care, from everyday tips to more structured interventions.
hmm And there's so much content on fostering connection, little gestures, and those rituals of connection that gradually build a resilient relationship culture.
Right. It's often the little things that add up. They even discuss initiatives like relationship quizzes and daily practices that promote mindfulness and warmth.
Yup. One thing I admire is how the blog balances academic research with common sense advice. Though sometimes I might argue the balance is a bit tilted towards theory rather than more accessible everyday language for some readers.
That's an interesting take. I guess while the research is solid, sometimes a more conversational style would help a broader audience. It's like getting a PhD lesson when you just need a quick coffee chat.
Yeah, I see that. Exactly, which might cause barriers for those who are not as comfortable with academic language. But overall, it does foster trust.
Completely agree. And as we move through the topics, from conflict management to effective dating advice, it's clear the blog aims to provide comprehensive resources. They even offer tools like relationship checkups
Right?
and private retreats.
It makes me think about the digital side too. The webpage starts with a browser security update warning, which is interesting. It's a reminder of maintaining both digital and relational security.
Right. That's a quirky yet important reminder. It's like, hey, secure your browser for speed and safety, much like you need to secure your relationship with trust and healthy interactions.
That dual focus on security, online and in relationships, is quite meta. It speaks to the modern interconnectedness of our lives.
Absolutely. It shows that in both realms, a lapse in security can lead to vulnerabilities, whether it's data breaches or emotional disconnects.
Yeah. And about the practical tips, I've noticed the blog really emphasizes renewing commitments, like those 2 good reasons to save your marriage. It almost works like a checklist to keep the spark alive.
For sure, and the personal touch is evident. Articles come from various voices such as Vagdevi Munier and Eli Lisitsa, each bringing their own insights. It's like a roundtable of relationship experts.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that variety of perspectives is really beneficial. But I wonder, could it overwhelm someone looking for straightforward advice?
That's a good point. While diversity in perspectives enriches the content, it might be tricky for readers who prefer a simple, streamlined narrative. There's a delicate balance between depth and accessibility.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yet, having so many categories, from parenting to intimacy, ensures there's something for nearly every type of relationship issue.
Exactly. It's like the blog is a vast toolbox. Whether you're dealing with battling the four horsemen or navigating new challenges like ghosting, there's a tool for that.
Yeah, and that comprehensive approach is what sets it apart. It's not just about fixing problems, it's about enriching every facet of a relationship.
Right. The focus is holistic. Even the snippets about establishing rituals of connection or using discernment counseling push couples to take proactive steps rather than waiting for a relationship to fail.
So, to wrap this up, what would you say is the most essential takeaway from all this content?
I'd say it's the idea that recognizing and addressing these harmful patterns early, be it the four horsemen or ignoring your partner's bids, can transform the way you communicate. It's about building a secure, responsive, and affectionate foundation in your relationship.
Yeah, definitely. Well said. And it sounds like whether you're tackling conflict or simply trying to deepen your connection, the blog offers a treasure trove of insights that are both theory-driven and practical.
Absolutely. It's a compelling reminder that, like updating your browser, perhaps we all need to update our relational habits from time to time, keeping our connections secure, vibrant, and forward-thinking.
Couldn't agree more. This has been such an engaging discussion. Looking forward to exploring more topics on relationships and healthy communication next time.
Same here. Thanks for joining in. And remember, keep those conversations open and those connections strong.